This is the update on Brayla Stone, 17 years old. Now I did the video, and here's the story that I reported back in July the 1st, 2020, and also an update on July the 4th, 2020. Brayla Stone, 17 years old, and Trayvon basically was arrested and stuff. So I'm giving you the update, basically the third update in reference to this story. And I'm gonna in case you want to look at the videos from the beginning, you could always go here to this channel and see, you know, in reference to, just log it in, or I'll put it down at the bottom so this way in case you don't want to really look through it, and you could just click on and so give you an update in reference to what's happening about this girl being murdered, 17 years old, an update. I created this channel for people with different
Transgenders murdered.
to support you. There's a PayPal on top.
People
Remember
murdered.
one thing, there are a lot of times people can't stand in the truth, but you find one that does support them. Make sure they do not fall within a marginalized community as not being in existence. And you know that they are hard to find people that create a channel that cater to people who are different and stand in the truth. And the allies sit back and say, well, I have no problem with other people. Let me just stand in here to learn something.
Support those
no judgment
who support you.
I love you.
Stand.
Okay, just the update on Brayla Stone, 20 years old. Working me here because it's a long read. If you watch my two videos, they allegedly got the man. The man says he killed a transgender girl last year. This story is being reported as of August 14, 2021. 6 years after his involvement with the fatal shooting of one transgender, 20-year-old Trayvon Hasty Miller, I'll just say Miller, Sherwood, is going to prison for killing a girl, transgender girl. Prosecutor says Miller murdered to cover up their sexual relationship. So allegedly they was in a full-blown relationship. Friends said the Carton said that told Sherwood police that Miller was afraid that the people would think he was gay, and the 70-year-old said that Brayla Stone of North Little Rock has told him that she was going to go public about their relationship. Sentencing papers filed on Thursday describe Miller motive for killing Stone. On June 2020, documents show Miller, who had turned 20 last week, pleaded guilty to first-degree murder and stands for 50-year sentence imposed by Pulaski County Circuit Judge Barry Sims. Miller jailed since his arrest about a week after the killing, and was served 35 years before he can apply for parole, which makes him 53 years old when he become eligible for early release, giving credit for the time served under the conditions of the plea guilty negotiated by the attorney and chef deputy prosecutor John. The charge was reduced with capital murder. Stone murder 3 weeks after her 17-year birthday drew nationwide attention for the LGBTQ advocates coming during a human rights campaign. Reported that the record last year, fatal violence against transgender and gender nonconforming Stone was only 17 years old, known to the victim, and year ultimately had at least 44 each slain. So 17 people known at the time, of 44 people had been at least slain. Miss Stone was a child at the beginning to live her life. A child trans experience, a young black girl who had hopes and dreams, planning community, says Tori Cooper, the transgender justice at the time, as a national, we felt Brayla. As we have felt, every transgender, gender nonconforming person killed in the country to embrace the violence, uphold transphobia, racism, and homophobia. Stone-born Brayla Stone was found dead past buyers inside of a black sedan on the gravel walking trails close to 7224 Visa Point Court within the view of Gap Creek Drive. She had been reported missing on North Little Rock. Police shortly before her body was found. Stone had been shot through the head when her body was laying upside down in the front of the passenger floorboard with her legs resting on the seatbelt backside. The driver's side window has been broken out. Blood splattered from the car interior. Investigators knowing that the strong smell of bleach inside, along discoloring marks from the clearing agent, inside of the car. And on some of the content, according to police report, according to the arrest affidavit, Miller quickly became a person of interest on Sherwood Police. The manager at RB restaurant where Miller worked called the report that Miller had not shown up for work that day before the girl's body was found. Miller had called her saying, "I'll F you up, I'm going to F you up big time. And I messed up and I won't be back for a very long time," allegedly. This is what was said. Miller would have not took answer when what he called done, only telling her to watch the news. So allegedly Miller not only answered when Tuck had called, but basically the manager had called and said just watch the news. Allegedly stating that police would soon, she would learn that the body has been found in Sherwood. So allegedly when the manager called by him supposed to be going to Arby's to go to work, just saying watch the news, allegedly, and said they're going to find out why he didn't show up. The same evening Miller texted Stone to meet her. Okay, wait, maybe Audrey Jackson, a friend of Stone, said that the day before she was found dead, Stone had discovered that Miller was having a relationship with the 70-year-old woman. That some evening Miller texted Stone to meet him, and Jackson said that Stone was talking to her over the phone while waiting in front of Miller's home to meet with him. Jackson told police that the phone call ended when Stone telling her, "Here he comes," in the affidavit. 5 hours later, about 15 hours before Stone was found dead, Jackson told police they had received a text message from Stone saying that Stone was not up for this. Jackson also told police that Stone had told other people, let me read this again. Jackson had told that Stone had told other people that their relationship with Miller, but Miller had been paying Stone to keep quiet. So allegedly, he has been paying her to keep quiet. Jackson said that the location where Stone's body was found significant because Miller was known for using the location to have sex. So allegedly, they was having sex in this little creek that was found, that she was found dead. So I guess that's what she thought was going to happen. A foreman woman that Miller had been seen told the police that Miller had told Stone was going to expose him. Foreman further told investigators that Miller was afraid of being criticized homophobic and that he had said that he planned to kill Stone as a threat. A foreman said that their friends did not take it seriously. So allegedly Miller said he was going to kill her, but the friends did not take Miller seriously. A feminine foreman, Angela, had told police that she had overheard a phone conversation between Foreman and Stress and Miller that day before Stone was found dead. Now that was a friend said that Stress and Miller, former Angela Dean told the police that she had overheard a conversation between Foreman and Stress Miller that day before Stone had been found dead. Dean told the investigators that Miller made suicidal comments about the conversation but quickly dropped the idea of harming himself. So unless it's supposed to be like a murder-suicide, but she talking about killing herself, said that instead of planning to kill Stone despite her Foreman efforts of claiming him down, allegedly. A cousin of Foreman's, Coleman, also told the police that overheard Miller on the phone with Foreman telling her that he was going to kill Stone before describing to call Foreman and Stone's land, in which Miller told Foreman that Stone was dead. According to the affidavit, investigators also showed that the investigators noted that similarities between Stone's killing and also on April 16, the murder of 17-year-old Raylan Allen Thompson in the parking lot of the Bill Harmon Recreational Center on Sherwood. Thompson was found dead, shot in the throat behind the wheel of the car by a co-worker at the center where Miller was one of the three teenagers charged with the death. In both cases, the shooter fired a weapon from the passenger seat, which prevented the quick escape of the victim, who had seated in the driver's seat. Sherwood detectives Craig had noted that both killings also took place in a location very similar to Miller, while also being close to their home, which would allow an easier undetected escape with the scene. Stated in the arrest affidavit, Miller did not kill Thompson, but he did witness his murder close up. Sitting in the back seat of Thompson's vehicle, he told investigators at the time his account that Thompson's killing helped identify in which was the three suspect victims, which was three of the suspects victims. A 14-year-old Miller was youngest of the three teens arrested. Authorities said that Thompson killing began as a robbery plot set up by Xavier Terrell Porter of North Little Rock, who lured Thompson to the recreational center, in which promised by buying marijuana. And Thompson Porter knew Thompson because they had worked together in the restaurant. Porter never got in the car when Thompson arrived. Miller and a third teen, Quincy Park of Sherwood, got into the car. Parks carried a pistol that Porter had given him and sat in front, while Miller, carrying a broken BB gun in his pants, got in the back. Miller told police that Thompson was measured by marijuana. Miller told police that Thompson was measuring by marijuana, but Parks suddenly got out of the car and fired shots, which surprised Miller. Park grabbed money from the vehicle, about $15, and they had left. Police found about 50 pounds of marijuana in the car. Arrested in the third within a day. 6 months later, October the 16th, Miller made a deal with prosecutors to plead guilty in the aggravated robbery in a juvenile court and testify against his defendants, with the capital murder charge against him dropped. Miller never had to testify, and Parks, now 20, and Porter, now 22, in which went to plead guilty. Porter accepted a 10-year sentence in aggravated robbery, and Parks received a 20-year sentence for aggravated robbery and first-degree murders. Authorities identified Porter as the killer based on Miller's statement to police in surveillance video in the Sherwood Road Recreational Center. Okay, let me just get this together here now. Okay, as you see, Porter, Miller, and Parker, definitely crime. All got locked up. Allegedly, they killed the young guy, Thompson. So a little guy worked with him, killed him allegedly, and he's dead. I didn't show his picture, he was young. And the thing about it here, it is this girl, they traced back, of course, the gun and everything. Well, she basically let them know that she wanted to out him and basically be in a relationship. Allegedly, he was paying her to keep her mouth closed, but I feel as though he got scared. Okay, in case y'all don't know who Foreman is a girl that he's supposed to have been seeing, 17-year-old. Her name is she called herself Tanette Foreman. She's a girl that he was seeing. So basically, Tanette was the woman Miller was been seeing, told the police that Stone was going to expose him. So basically, he went back to Tanette Foreman is Tanette. He basically went back and told her she's about to expose him. I don't know how they got to the point where they were killing her, But basically, this is what ended up happening. Stone was going to expose him. She said further to the investigators that Miller was afraid of being considered a homosexual and said that he had said that he planned to kill her. So he was scared to be called a homosexual. Here it is in a full-blown relationship with a transgender woman, but scared what the world is going to say. And when I say this, I said this tons of time. We are conditioned to hate ourselves. He was so worried about what other people were going to say that he would rather kill someone that he was sharing DNA with. And the sad part about it is, on so many levels, here it is. You can't stand behind who you love or who you're attracted to, but you will kill this person to keep your secret a secret. And I find it to be so sickening that this behavior is still going on even to the adult men. You are so much afraid of being called a homosexual. You are so afraid of being called gay. Because at the end of the day, you can't escape you. Where are these men who call themselves real men that stand up for their woman to protect their women? I can't even say that because y'all need to protect your women. You got people going out telling me, I say protect black women. Y'all make sounds about that. My thing is this. If you're not ready to be in a relationship with somebody or mess around with somebody, then leave them alone. Leave them alone. Because, I mean, if you're a coward, DL means I'm a coward. Discreet means I'm a coward. If you are a girl and you're messing with these guys and they already let you know they're a coward, they will kill you. Just because they're cute don't mean he won't kill you. Here it is, a man that's basically got a sentence away before he even killed her. And the thing about it is, even insult to injury, he's got what? He's going to be out in 52. He'll be out at the age of 52 years old. But on good behavior, he may serve only 35 years and then maybe flipped over again and may even serve even less once it's not as hot, in my opinion. Sentence papers filed on Thursday describe Miller's motive for killing her. Back in June 2020, documents show that Miller, who turned 20 last week, pleaded guilty to first-degree murder in exchange for a 50-year sentence imposed by the Pulaski County Circuit Judge Barry. The Miller jail since his arrest about a week after the killing have to serve 35 years before he could be applied for parole. 35 years. So my thing is this. He's already high in crime. So why y'all letting him out? Why y'all letting him out? Why can't he get out when he's like around 70? And my thing is this, why would he want to get out? You could finally be free. You could finally be with all the men you want to be with since you said you gay because you messing with a two-spirit woman. You wasn't messing with her because you thought it was a man. A man you messing with because you thought she was a woman. Which she was. Which she is. I just find it so sad that you felt as though you had to save face instead of being with the one that you love. Because just because you killed her don't mean it's going away. Just because you killed her don't mean you all of a sudden straight. You still the same person that was sharing DNA with her. You still the same person that was kissing her, slobbing her down. A secret is not a secret if you just feel as though you're going to kill a person because you feel as though it's now, or they won't find it. The whole world know about you. And the sad part about it is a whole bunch of dudes inside of prison that's been just like you. Cowards. Now y'all in a prison with real men. Now real men is out there having sex with y'all and stuff like that. But then when y'all go in the outside world, y'all gonna sit back and say, well, I was straight. It is so sad, and I made this a long time ago, that you could finally be free in prison. That you could finally be the man you want to be in prison. Instead of being a real man and fight for who you are, being a king, and saying, this is what I like, this is what I'm into. I don't care about y'all. But y'all are afraid. And here it is, this young person that's got murdered by a friend. And you know how I feel about the word friend. He's dead. A young guy. And due to the fact that he was friends with one of them, he ends up murdered. I mean, you can't trust nobody in this world. And the people wonder why I don't trust nobody. This is the exact reason why. Remind you, these are still teenagers that become adults. They already got a rap history of murder. And the young person that the kid was a young white guy. I didn't put his picture up there and stuff. A young white guy just killed. And for what? A car? Money? You only got $15 for a death? He didn't even have money. You said you worked with him, so clearly he didn't have that much money. He was a young person like you, so why would you kill him? You don't got loot like that because he white. You think he rich because he's white? Everybody white not rich, just like everybody black not poor. But y'all don't know that. Because y'all so busy dipping in what everybody think instead of living in your truth. It is so sad. Anyway, rest in peace, my sister. Forgive me if I butchered anybody's name. You know, and my thing is this. I just find it so sad that so many men look for other people's approval. This is why I don't be bothered. This is why I tell my sisters, carry your bags. Because at the end of the day, keep your strength up. Because the one that may try to take you out may be the one that's sitting there talking about, I love you, I care about you. And at the end of the day, that man is standing over top of you shooting bullets in you. That's why I don't trust nobody. That's why I am the way that I am. But y'all could comment below how you feel about this video at the top of this Instagram button. The family of Brayla Stone, you're in my prayers. It is just unbelievable. Make sure y'all like this video and share it every way you can. This is the third update. And like I said before, I'm going to put at the bottom the 2 links to the stories that I already done before in reference to this. So you can click on it in case you want to see the whole beginning of how I started doing these videos in reference to this girl being murdered as far as a lot of other girls have been murdered. But, you know, it's horrible and it's sickening, even being followed and being killed after being followed. It is so much. But I'm going to link the video at the bottom, 2 videos that I've done about this girl's murder. Share the video, like this video if you can. At the top, there's the Instagram button. You follow me, I'll follow you back. Comment below, let you feel about this video. And let you I love you, and thank you for watching. Kiss the ring.